everyone, welcome to my channel. Before watching this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Now let's start this video. Maritime law enforcement. South Korea's use of force against China's illegal fishing in the course of law enforcement in the Yellow Sea. With increasing concern about illegal, unreported, and unregulated fishing or IUU fishing, states are attempting to actively protect fish stock in waters under their jurisdiction. Northeast Asia's waters belonging to area Northwest Pacific of the FAO major fishing areas include one of the world's most productive fisheries. To ensure that the fishery is sustainable, regulation of fishing activities is required as it is surrounded by major fishing states such as China, Japan, and South Korea. However, a growing number of China's fishermen, about 25% of total fishermen around the world, and an increasing demand for fish products in China, and deterioration of the marine environment in China's waters have led these fishermen to travel into neighboring states' waters, expanding the possibility of incident with the latter's law enforcement officers. The Yellow Sea, a semi-closed sea, or about 3,800 square kilometers surrounded by China, South Korea, and North Korea, has been a target for China's fishermen due to its proximity to their ports and consequently has become the place of the most frequent law enforcement incident involving Chinese fishermen. There have been numerous incidents between China's fishing vessels and Korea's law enforcement officers. For example, an incident on October 7, 2016 that took place 20 nautical miles from Korea's coast in the Yellow Sea resulted in the sinking of a Korea Coast Guard or KCG speedboat after a collision with China's illegal fishing vessels that obstructed Korea's law enforcement officer from boarding. This serious accident led the KCG to reinforce its patrolling capacity against illegal fishing in the Yellow Sea by announcing its manual on the use of weapons on November 8, 2016. The Maritime Security Act was also amended to clarify the procedures for the use of weapons in the course of law enforcement on April 18, 2017. In such a situation, it is necessary to examine the legal issues concerning Korea's use of force against China's illegal fishing in the course of law enforcement in the Yellow Sea. Law enforcement at sea, in particular, in undelimited exclusive economic zones such as the Yellow Sea, requires more caution than on land territory. Korea's need for a strict stance on China's illegal fishing should be justified not only under its domestic law, but also under the law of the sea applicable to the Yellow Sea. Therefore, this research aims to analyze the KCG's policy on use of force and its practice from a legal perspective. Law enforcement at sea in this context refers to government officials' measures against vessels violating a coastal state domestic law and regulation in the waters under the latter's sovereignty or jurisdiction. The measures include inter alia, stopping, boarding, inspection, and arrest. Korea's law enforcement related to foreign fishing vessels in the Yellow Sea is exercised by fisheries supervising officials of the West Sea Fisheries Management Service, which sits within the Ministry of Oceans and Fisheries of Korea. Fisheries supervising official of local government and the KCG under the Ministry of Oceans and Fisheries of Korea. Among these officials, this article focuses on the KCG because it is the only institution entitled to use force in the course of law enforcement against foreign fishing vessels at sea. This research performed a qualitative study of Korea's law and practice related to use of force in the course of law enforcement against Chinese illegal fishing in the Yellow Sea. First, primary source material were examined, such as Korea's laws, regulations, and official documents. Second, academic literature was reviewed and used to complement the interpretation of the primary source materials. Finally, semi-structured interviews were carried out to gather empirical data and identify expert opinions concerning the KCG practice. After providing an overview of the current state of Chinese illegal fishing in the Yellow Sea, this research examines Korea's law and practice in the response to illegal fishing. In the discussion section, Korea's strengthened stand on the use of force is explored to verify whether or not the relevant legal requirement under domestic law and regulation and international law have been met. Particularities of fishing in the Yellow Sea. The area of the Yellow Sea extend to less than 400 nautical miles among China, South Korea, and North Korea, while exclusive economic zone delimitation have not yet been settled. On August 3, 2000, entered into force on June 30, 2001. China and South Korea conclude a bilateral fisheries agreement to establish a fishing under between the two states in exclusive economic zone overlapping areas pending delimitation. According to the agreement, the two states divide their exclusive economic zone into several types of maritime zones with the purpose of regulating fishing activities. Exclusive economic zone under the agreement, a provisional measure zone situated between the two states' exclusive economic zone, transitional zone between exclusive economic zones and the provisional measure zones. They were incorporated into exclusive economic zone in 2005, and finally, areas where fishing activities are maintained as they currently stand unless otherwise agreed. Each state exercises exclusive fishing, licensing, regulation, and enforcement rights in their exclusive economic zone under this agreement. Flag state jurisdiction applies to the provisional measure zone in which the state parties are bound to comply with the fisheries committee's decision, or in Article 7. In areas where fishing activities are maintained as the currently stand, the other state shall respect the coastal state's applicable measure, which refer to China's measures in the East China Sea and Korean measures in the Yellow Sea, or Article 9 Memorandum of Understanding of November 20, 2000. In sum, the undelimited waters in the Yellow Sea between China and Korea consist of each state's exclusive economic zone part of the provisional measure zone and the area where fishing activities are maintained as they currently stand, which is located above the provisional measure zone. In accordance with the China-Korea Fisheries Agreement and negotiation within the Fisheries Commission, the two states determine annually the number of the other parties' vessels allowed to fish their exclusive economic zone, which CAT limits. For example, in 2018, each state permits 1,500 of the other vessels, which decreased by 40 vessels in comparison with last year. In practice, on average 1,547 licensed Chinese vessels engage annually in fishing in Korea's exclusive economic zone from 2001 to 2016, whereas only 219 Korean vessels fished in China's exclusive economic zone during the same period. Okay everyone, that's all this article today. Thank you so much for watching this video. Until the next one, bye bye.